All right. Welcome to Sunday Alive Power Hour with Santos Jr., aka Soldier of Self Mastery, philosopher of everyday victorious living. We're doing something a little bit different. This session that we're going to have today is, I'm hoping it'll work out. I'm actually in a kind of a recreation area here at the Golden Living facility where I volunteer a little bit of my time. I come to visit my dad. I help him out. I still caregive for him. Anyways, it is Sunday. We're back here once again. I'm looking forward to seeing those of you that come on board today. Welcome aboard. I don't know who you are. I'd love to meet you. If you'll identify yourself. I want to get some house cleaning out of the way here, and then we're going to get into this session. We're going to talk a little bit about what motivates us to stop problem gambling. What motivates or what can motivate us to stop problem gambling? I want you guys to get involved here. I'm going to push you guys today. Eddie, welcome, Eddie from Pittsburgh. Welcome to the broadcast, man. Welcome to the live broadcast. I'm hoping I don't get a lot of wind in this area because I couldn't make it back to the office. So a little house cleaning out of the way. By the way, I hope that you've had a wonderful, so far, wonderful Sunday, Eddie. In Pittsburgh, it's probably pretty warm out there. It's warm out here in Stockton, California. Lisa, welcome to the episode. Hey, me, Lisa, welcome to the episode. I want to get you guys a little bit more involved in the questions that I'm going to be presenting to you today in this episode. I want to get a few things out of the way before we go forward. If we get disrupted, it happens. We'll be back on here on Friday. Sawil Muhammad from Somalia, welcome to the show. Welcome to the broadcast, man. I appreciate 71 degrees. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. How about Lisa? How's the weather, Lisa? Okay, we're going to be talking about problem gambling today. We're going to be talking about what will motivate us to stop. Are you interested in stopping? It may not be problem gambling. It may be something else in your life that you want to stop. What will motivate us? By the way, my book is on Amazon. I'm encouraging those of you to purchase the book, the Little Red Book. If you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, soldiersofselfmastery.com /book. And make sure you keep up with this YouTube channel so you can follow me, so you can follow the vision, the mission. Now, I might get a little bit windy here and there a little bit. We'll try to block the wind as much as possible. Vegas 104. Man, what are you doing in Vegas? Let me see. Well, you probably live there. I'm sure you've got good air conditioning going on somewhere. You better, because I tell you, 104 is big time. Thank you for your donations. Those of you that are donating, hopefully you're getting, if you're benefiting from this broadcast, invite somebody. We're going to be here Fridays. We're going to be here Sundays, 4 to 5 p.m., probably about 30 minutes today, Pacific Standard Time, every Friday, every Sunday. I want this to be your program. I want you guys to get more involved. I want you guys to challenge me. I want to grow. I want to grow. I would donate and give money for a book, but I'm gambling addict and I'm blew over $2 million. So, Eddie, I got a question for you. Why are you calling yourself a gambling addict? That's a label. Now, maybe that's what you've been doing, right? Eddie, welcome. Maybe that's what you've been doing, but don't label yourself, my friend. I mean, you can do whatever you want to, Eddie. Honestly, you can. I'm going to start being a little bit more bold in some of these broadcasts because I really want you guys to get involved. I really do want you guys to get involved. Why? Because I want you guys to get the victory. I want you guys to get freedom. I mean, it really, my friends, it really boils down to a decision. It really does. Laura, welcome to the episode. Everyone, don't give up. Let's all listen and have hope. It takes a decision, my friends. I'm here. Gambling is a con, big fat lie. Yeah, those words from you helped me. Thank you, Lisa. Um, Now, Joel, welcome. Welcome, Joel. Thank you for being here. Lisa, let me ask you, what is it that I'm sharing with you that is helping you, Lisa? What is it? Can you give me some feedback? That helps me, it helps others. I'm going to get you guys more involved, my friends. I know that I can't with everybody because the numbers are growing, but I don't want to just sit here and be micro speaking here. I want you guys to walk away from this episode. This is going to be a new episode. By the way, it's under a new name, Sunday Alive Power Hour with Santos. And that's what I want it to be, my friends. I want it to be a power hour for you. Monday starting. Monday is going to start pretty soon. We're getting ready to head into a new week. Sleeping Music Wheat. Hi, Santos. Great to see you. Daniel from New York City. Welcome to have you here, Daniel. It's a pleasure to have all of you. I hope that you stay. I hope that you can take notes. I hope that you get completely empowered. And if you hang out long enough with me, you will. You will. I don't want to get too loud because I'm excited once again to be here with you guys. I'm excited to be here, to be able to have the privilege on a Sunday afternoon to go live around the world and share my philosophy, share my hope, share my victories with you guys in hopes that you guys will achieve your very own victories, my friends. I'm waiting on Lisa to see if she'll give me some feedback. If not, Sawil Cleese, I decided to stop gambling addiction today because I already lost thousands. Well, hey, that's a good decision that you're making. But let me tell you, there's a battle, right? There's a battle in front of us, my friends. And I'm going to tell you where it starts. When you say to us gambling is a con, it's a big fat lie. I'm responding to Lisa here. I constantly tell myself, good, positive self-talk. You're starting to use positive self-talk. When I have an urge, gambling is like putting your good earned money in a paper shredder. Exactly. That's a good analogy. Just like, and imagine, wow, what a growing group. Thank you. Yes. Imagine that, how foolish you would look, right? You're putting your money, I have a shredder at home that I use by my office. It's a small shredder, and I probably should be shredding more documents. My point is, I have a shredder there. Could you imagine yourself, you have a shredder and you bend down, because some of those are floor models or a table model, and you just decide to grab a handful of 20s, right? Just, 10 20s or whatever, and you decide, well, I'm just going to shove them down into the shredder. How foolish that is, really. It is, right? But that's what we do, Thank you, Lisa, for sharing. Positive self-talk. Joe Prenavos. I saw a picture with a toilet and someone putting money in it, and they had on the flusher, and the title said, "Gambling makes this much sense." Exactly. Now, it is a battle that's going on within our minds. See, the battle isn't conquered in your pocket. And we're talking about what motivates us to stop problem gambling. The correction is not in your wallet, it's not in your purse, it's not in your car. In fact, it's not even from your coach if you have one, or a book, or a video. That experience must be won right here. See, that's, my friends, if you get anything tonight, get this. Oh, by the way, I'm going on Instagram live on Friday nights between 10 and 11 also. So I'm going to be doing the YouTube live interaction, and then I'm going to be doing Instagram. at Soldiers of Self-Mastery. That's going to be a little bit later on Friday. I'm going to consume my Friday to help people because there's a lot of people out there that are going in the wrong direction on Fridays. And not just on Fridays, but any day of the week. What's it going to take to motivate us to stop problem gambling? Pain? Loss of money? Getting your ass kicked over and over? I heard that. You ever feel like you got a chunk missing from your butt? Like I don't know, maybe this analogy might seem a little bit strange to you, but to me it's like that's how I felt. I felt like chunks were being taken out of my rear end, man. And they're slowly growing back. Oh man. Yeah, sleeping music wheat, getting your ass kicked over and over. Yeah, that should motivate us, right? It should. Pain. I sold drugs, Eddie. I hope you guys don't mind me sharing your names. Obviously, you're online here. You're live with me. I sold drugs and spent all of it on gambling. I never did drugs, smoke, or caffeine. I eat healthy, but gambling is hard. 18 years and still gambling. I do work now and stop doing criminal activity. That's good that you stopped doing criminal activity, Eddie. You know, I'm going to share something with you guys. I'm going to be a little bit more blunt in some of these episodes because I really want you guys to start realizing the ability that you all have with this and with this, okay? And also I talk about journaling, right? I'm always talking about journaling. I carry a book in my car, I carry one in my pocket, wherever I go. It's become habit. And I carry a pen with me. At least I try to carry a pen with me. Not only, this could be a weapon. You never know. This could be a weapon, but it's going to be more of for writing down thoughts that come to you. And one of those thoughts could be a multi-million-dollar thought. It could be a freedom thought. It could be a thought that can turn your life right side up. You have to win the battle up here, my friends. You're going to have to win the battle up here. You need to get this. You absolutely need. If you walk away from this episode tonight, by the way, I see we've got quite a few. If you want to identify who you are, I'd love to know your name, where you're calling from. Maybe you have a question. Tonight's episode, tonight's mind shift session number 9 is about what motivates us to stop problem, or what should motivate us to stop, right? When you look in the mirror, you need to look at yourself, and you should ask yourself, what's it going to take to motivate me to stop? It starts with desire. That's right. I see Eddie, sorry, using voice text. Been many gambling meetings. I've been the gambling expert for 2 years and still cannot stop going twice a week. Well, you know, if you listen to what you're saying, again, I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm in the trenches along with all of you guys. You know, as a matter of fact, as I continue to grow, as I continue to stay on this journey that I call life, this is life's highway, or life's journey on this highway called life's journey, I begin to see more habits that I need to deal with in my life. You know, just because you conquer one, it opens the door to other areas in your life. And again, where it's going to be won, my friends, is in your mind. You got to get that. You know, we have all these tools, right? I call them life hacks, positive self-talk, visualization, labeling. If you label yourself a drunk, that's what you think about. If you label yourself an overeater, that's what you're going to think about, because you'll talk about that. That's a label, right? We have to get away from we have to replace those old labels. One of the first things that I started doing is I just started calling myself a non-gambler, as As simple as that seems, as simple as that appears, it worked. I just kept calling myself, you know what, Santos, you suck at gambling. I got in front of the mirror and I would talk to myself. You suck at gambling, man. You lose every time that you go to the casino. You lose money. Why are you going to the casino, Santos? You are a non-gambler. Eventually, I just eliminated the word gambling out of my vocabulary. I don't even use it that much, except for when I'm using it. Eddie, I also used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes. Speaking about smoking, Eddie, every time that we go to the casino, we are around smokers, secondhand smoke. They say secondhand smoke is worse than smoking. I don't know if there's truth to that. But you stopped cold turkey very easily. Oh, you know what, Eddie, you're bringing up a good point. I'm going to dig into this a little bit here. Okay, you stopped cold turkey. Laura says something here. You keep trying. It may not be cold turkey. I believe it takes practice, repetition. So do not give up. Good words, Laura. Do not give up. That's the key, right? And when it comes to your mind, the battle here, you mustn't not give up, my friend. And I'm going to be mentioning this quite a bit. Hi, Pet Stuba. Welcome aboard, man. I'm glad to see such a beautiful group. Belgium. How's the weather up in Belgium? Yeah, Laura says this is true. Now, I'm going to go back to something Eddie said, because Eddie, think about what you're sharing with us here. You used to smoke 3 packs a day. That's a pretty horrible thing. And that's a lot of money too. I imagine. You stopped cold turkey. Okay, how were you able to stop cold turkey? Let's investigate this, okay? Because we're talking about what it's going to take to motivate us to stop gambling, or to stop overeating, or to stop smoking, or to stop drinking, or to stop having a bad attitude with other people. You know, some people just have a bad attitude, man. You don't want to be around them. They drain you. Their vibes, they suck. John Gerard Clean. Hey, welcome, John. Good to see you, my friend. Pilot. No, not pilot. Astronaut. Killeen. From, oh, man. Ireland. Close by there. Good to see you, man. Courage lets you dream. Persistence gets you there. That's right. Laura talked about not giving up. That's a good analogy you're tying into Laura. So, yeah, you have to have a recovery program. As a matter of fact, in my book, the new revised red book, it's been revised, so I'm asking you guys to get a copy of it and give a copy away. It makes a great gift. I talk a lot about these things that we're sharing here. I give you guys exercises in that book. By the way, the Little Red Book is a very small book. It's not a thick book. It's an easy read book. It's a manual. And what's that manual for? It's a manual to reprogram your thinking process. When you go through that book, you'll notice there's exercises, there's encouragements for you to do certain rituals so that you can create habits, right? We talked about starting with desire. You guys are mentioning this. You got to start right with. When I started out, I didn't have belief. I had desire. And I was just experimenting, man. I thought that these things that I was doing, I didn't know whether they were going to help me. I didn't know. I just kept on, man. I was desperate, right? I guess I was desperate. I had pain. I talked about what motivates us to stop gambling. Pain, the loss of money, the loss of family, humiliation, a loss of a job. By the way, if you're a person of prayer, if you're a person that reads the Bible, I'm encouraging you to get back to your roots, man. It's one thing that I do. This is an affirmation, at least 2 affirmations that I repeat to myself every single day. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. A sound mind. I repeat that to myself all the time, over and over, until it sinks in. Well, what's another one that I repeat to myself? A double-minded man is unstable. That's James chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Double-minded means that you haven't made the decision. You know, Joe, was it Joe that talked about quitting cold turkey? Imagine the power, the energy that you have to put into quitting something cold turkey. Right? You have to put willpower into it. You have to put desire. You have to put some form of belief. You have to put strength into it, vision. But it boils down to a decision. You know, darn it, I'm sick and tired of this crap. I've had it. I'm going to fight with everything within me. You start accumulating tools, right? The journal. You start thinking about positive self-talk. Study these things that I talk about. You know, some of you guys, in fact, a couple of... I usually don't get a lot of negativity on my YouTube channel. Last week, I started getting a few negative comments from a few people, from trolls. I call them trolls, wherever they are. And I usually respond. I usually respond to those negative comments with positives. I'm not going to yield to these things. And I'm definitely not going to yield to... You know, if I know that I need to be doing something, if I already know it, you know what? I'm going to make it into a game. I'm going to play a game with myself. Let's see who can win this game. And I'm serious about it, my friends. You know, I'm serious about... You know, this is episode number 9 of Sunday Alive Power Hour. I don't just want to be here just to be here. I want to be here. You know what? I want people, and I keep getting testimonies. I want you guys, well, if you all quit, right? If you all quit gambling once and for all, we probably wouldn't be joining here. Well, maybe we would for victory. Maybe it would be totally victory sessions. I'm going to consider this a victory session anyways. But I'm telling you, you have the ability. If you can quit smoking, if you can quit selling drugs, if you can quit criminal activities, you can tap into that power, my friend. Tap into that power. Recognize that you've used it before. You can use it again to defeat the lie, the big fat lie. You can defeat that urge, that pull to go into the devil's playground. But what happens? You're going to mess yourself up. You're going to have a bigger piece taken out of your butt. You don't want to be walking around with chunks. After a while, that's going to look kind of funny, man. Daniel, you must have a recovery program. Santos has many powerful videos on this issue. Well, I offer coaching. I offer personal coaching. I'm writing a couple more books. I've got a Breakthrough Academy coming. My business partner, also I'm offering opportunity for people to generate income. If that's one of the reasons why we gamble, is because we want more money. So I have tools and I offer these programs. Yes, some of these things are completely free. I was near a hospital. I am now on medication and still didn't learn my lesson. That was 4 years ago. Yeah. Well, you know, again, Eddie, the way that we talk to ourselves is going to have a big impact. We need to learn that. We need to learn how to turn our words around on ourselves. They say if you say something enough times, you'll end up believing it. I find that to be true. So if you wanna be a non-gambler, start telling yourself that. The more you say it, the better it's going to be. And I'm not saying that alone will get you there, but with all the other things that you may be doing, the videos, you know, watch more videos. Take notes when you watch videos. You know, watch videos in a quiet place so that you can write your thoughts down. My thoughts are important, but your thoughts are more important to yourself. Thank you for pro aerators. What's up, bro? Pro radiators. Where you from? Or aerators. Where you from, brother? Good to have you on this episode, man. Petsuba, because roulette is a change game, not a skill. You know, I said this the other day. Roulette will rule over you. Rule-et. I didn't play roulette. It wasn't my game. Uh, Tell us what you do on a daily basis to set your mindset. Well, this is part of it, my friends. Sleeping music. Let me share a little bit more on that. There is no skill involved in gambling. Well, I'm not too sure what Petsuba is saying there. No skill involved. I see people living on the street. Lisa says they gambled their life away. Yeah, and then they lose their mind. I'm telling you, my friends, I believe that we are, those of you that are here on this Sunday, and you're not here by chance. I don't believe that. I believe that you're here for a reason, a very strong reason. Hopefully I'll get back to some of you guys. There's a window of opportunity, and if we go beyond that window of opportunity, guess what? It's like the subconscious blocks everything that we would want to do. I think about these homeless people. Some of these people are so young. I'm glad you brought this point up. Some of these homeless people are very young, and I think to myself, I see them and I think, wow, what happened to that person's mind? You know, to be so young. I see young looking, I see beautiful women sometimes, good looking women out on the street, homeless. I'm not talking about prostitutes either. I see some good looking young men, veterans, as a veteran myself. And I ask myself, you know, sometimes you see these people, they're old, they're all, I mean, they've taken a beating from the streets. But then there are these others that are so young, I question, what happened to the mind of that individual? I mean, I call that the ultimate case of braining your train. Because I believe that once you go beyond a certain point with your mind, there may not be a reverse, my friend. There may not be any recompense to that. Some people go on and commit suicide. I've had a couple of friends of mine. Horrible. Now this guy wasn't even a gambler. He was a young guy, a very young, smart young man. He hung himself on a tree in back of his family's house. I won't get into that. We were part of a religious movement that went sour. I was part of that also. This young man took it so hard. What went on in his mind? He hung himself on a tree in his backyard. And I've had other situations. Anyways, I collected data for years. For me, slots are made by the devil. Well, Joe, I don't know if slots are made by the devil. They're made by human beings. Maybe some of those guys are devil possessed. But I'll tell you one thing about these computers, man. These casinos are going to get a lot smarter, my friends. Those machines that are being made today and the future machines, they are made to captivate you. They are made to hypnotize you right here. Through sight, through sound, and through physiology, through grabbing a hold of your nervous system. Drugs are different. You know, we talk about drugs, right? Separate from the casino. The casino, somebody said that the casinos are a drug. It's the worst drug that you can get addicted to. I mean, it took me 32 plus years on and off horrible gambling to quit. About 32 plus years, my friends. I hope the wind isn't interfering here. I've got some, trust me on my word. Yeah, gambling can suck you in worse. It sucks the life right out of you, Lisa. Gambling will suck the life out of you. You know, you'll end up living a double life. There's a lot of gamblers don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys to share these videos, to invite somebody if you know somebody that can get some hope. You know, just a little glimpse of hope can go a long way. I was reading I was reading the other day, it was either in a book or in a blog or it was in a video that I listened to, that you can't see the stars unless it's really dark. You cannot see. So it may get really dark, or it may be really dark in your life right now. You should be seeing some stars. You should be seeing some stars. Yeah, Joe says that's a scary info. There's a lot of stuff about the casinos that we don't know. I tell you, we can go on and on talking about the casinos. But now, I was asked a question earlier, what is it that I do to prepare my mindset? Well, you know, I've been preparing my mindset for a very long time, my friends. I read the Bible, I pray, I use affirmations on myself, I use deep breathing, I use visualization, and I remind myself every single day that the battle needs to be won right here. So I do a lot of things. It's easy for me, I'll be honest with you. Not easy, it's comfortable, because I've built up all these new habits. And I find ways to give. I find ways to write. That's why I wrote a book. That's why I'm writing another book. I find ways to get out of myself. You see, gamblers are very selfish. We can become very selfish. And in the beginning of changing and transformation, you have to use willpower. You got desire, you may not have belief in yourself, but you've got willpower. It's in there. Believe me, it's in there. You could look over your life. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. You could look over your life and you can see areas where you have been, where you have risen, where you arose to the occasion. Tap into that power. See, you have it. You know, we need accountability, right? That should motivate us. One thing that motivated me to stop gambling was accountability also, because I was taking money from sources that I shouldn't have been taking money from. You know, I was lying. I was cheating. I had the, you know, once I realized that I needed accountability, I started putting accountability into my life. Being on the airwaves, making videos on YouTube holds me accountable. That's why I appreciate those of you that follow this channel. I appreciate those of you that join every Sunday, every Friday, and I see the group grows, it goes, and then it goes down to a couple of people. And you know, I want you guys to realize that you have the ability to change your life. You have the ability to transform my life. You have the ability to transform my life too. But if you don't act, see, a couple of episodes ago I talked about the 42% club. If you write out what it is that you want, if you write it on paper, if you keep a journal, you're going to have 42% chance of achieving that thing that you want to. See, if you just wish for things and you just kind of talk about things, I know I'm being a little bit blunt here. If you just talk about things and you just kind of, every once in a while, you give it a thought after you've come out of the casino, that's not going to work. You got to do these things before the casino. I get tempted. I get angry. I was a little bit angry before this episode. I was a little bit angry before my last episode. So, Santos, you're angry, but why are you smiling? Because smiling controls the way that I feel. And if you want to feel good immediately, no matter what happens, smile. You know? And in fact, I need to smile more. Wow, we've gone over 30 minutes. I see there's still quite a few people here. Um, I collect the data. Let me see. I know. So you have to ask yourself the question, what's it going to take for me to stop? You know, what is it that I need to focus on? What do I need to focus on? We talked about labels, right? If you talk about, and here's one thing that I don't have anything negative to say about Gamblers Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous, but for me it didn't work. It may help people, I'm sure. But when you go in there, one of the first things that you say is, I'm a gambler, or I'm an alcoholic. You know, I'm Joe Smo. Nothing on the name Joe, but you know, so and so, and I'm a problem gambler. You know, every time that you say that to yourself, when you come on here and you make comments, those of you that you comment, and I appreciate every one of you guys. I appreciate every one of you. Not just what you're putting on here, but I appreciate you as a person, as a human being. You're writing things, you're putting comments. Look at what you're commenting. Maybe you could take a look and say, okay, you're sharing things, but then you could look at that and say, okay, how can I rephrase that to make it more positive for myself? Because if we talk to ourselves, if we beat ourselves up with our own language, if you beat yourself down with your own language, you're going to feel sorry for yourself, and the next thing you know is you're going to say, what the heck? There's no use here. I might as well just go and die in the casino, right? But if you say, well, wait a minute, okay, I have the desire, I believe in myself because I've done some things in the past to help me get better, I've achieved, I call those spiritual trophies. Take a look at that wall of fame where you have trophies, mental trophies that you can reflect on. I love doing that, man. Just think about the last time that you broke through something. You broke through an area. I believe it was Joe talking about quitting. He quit 3 packs a day. That's a big deal. Big deal. That is. Horrible addiction. Yeah. So think about that. When was the last time that you sat down with yourself with a piece of paper and said, hey, you know what? You know, a year and a half ago, you were going through this difficult situation and you never wrote it down anywhere because maybe you didn't journal at that time. But you can reflect on that. And you know, the more that you reflect in your mind on your victories, on your accomplishments, on your trophies, I talk about this in the Red Book, by the way, the stronger that you will become, my friend. The stronger that you will become. Man, I want to say guaranteed. I can't guarantee anything for somebody else, but I know what's working in my life. And it feels good to be free, man. You know, it feels good to understand that I'm in control. When you get off this episode, tell yourself, you know what? Tell yourself, I'm in control. I'm the captain of my ship. Literally look at yourself in the eyes and tell yourself that. Whether you feel it, whether you don't feel it, just go ahead and do that and see what begins to happen. And you start saying that enough times to yourself, it's going to make the difference, my friend, in your life. The key is persistence. Someone mentioned it earlier, not to give up. That's what's going to motivate us to stop. Prayer and Bible reading. If you read the Bible, if you pray, practice that, my friend. Remember what Eleanor Roosevelt said? I mentioned this a couple episodes ago. I don't know. Maybe you guys remember. Thank you, Sleeping Music Wheat. I appreciate that statement. I've overcome gambling. Gambling no longer has a hold of me. It feels good. But there was a time, my friends. There was a time. It was ugly. It was dark. It was sad. It was depressing. It was suicidal. The battle needs to be won up here. The battle must be, the battle will be won right here. Eleanor Roosevelt said, do something that scares you every day. Do something that scares you. I'm not talking about watching a Dracula movie. I used to like the Frankenstein movie. Remember the Frankenstein, the old 50s, 60s black and white Frankenstein movies? I don't watch a whole lot of TV. People ask me, what do you do? How do you maintain, how do you optimize your paradigms? How do you keep your mindset at a peak level? I make mistakes, guys. I fall. I fall down sometimes. I do, but when it comes to gambling, that's done and over with. I'm still growing in other areas. I'm still finding other habits. I'm telling you, when you are on the road of growth and self-empowerment, you will continue to find habits that you didn't even know were there. So you got to deal with that stuff. But the more that you use these life hacks that I share with you guys, even just coming to this episode, I truly believe that the energy that I have in my life, and I'm not bragging here, man. I'm just a hey there. But I know that I have energy. People tell me these things. I get emails. I get comments. I get letters. Well, I haven't gotten any letters yet. Yeah, I did actually. I got a letter. It's been given to me to give to you. So I'm encouraging you guys. Come every Sunday. Come every Friday. In fact, if you can be on my Instagram from 10 to 11, 10 at night on Friday night at Soldiers of Self-Mastery, follow, man. I get energy from you guys too. Yeah, I really think it's about the money. Yep. Petstuba says, why do we go to a casino? We go there not only because we've got a little sharp hook in our jaw, but we want to come out of there with our pockets full of money. Gotta roll, Santos. Peace. God bless you, Sleeping Music Wheat. Think about the casino environment. That also, well, think about the last time that you went to a casino and you lost all your money. How does that make you feel? Visualize that. What if you took once a day, twice a day, and you sat down and you wrote a little story about how shitty, how crappy, how suicidal you felt, how defeated you felt when you left the casino? What if you made a journal of that and you looked at that? You're either going to do one of two things. Either you'll continue to build upon that and that will help you. It'll motivate you to stop. Or you'll throw that thing away and you'll say, you know what? Forget about this. And you'll keep gambling. There's only two alternatives, right? There's two roads. There's the straight and narrow, and then there's the broad and wide that leads to destruction. And you got to use this, my friend. You all have it. You all have a gift. Your brain is a gift to you. The Almighty has given you that gift. It's paid for. It's free and clear. Computers are patterned after the brain. Have you ever heard somebody say, you know what, the brain is like a computer? Wrong. Computers are like the brain. Computers are patterned after the brain. But your brain is so sophisticated. Your brain has so much philosophy in it. Your brain it's so phenomenal. It's so big that we'll never even tap into 100% of it. We can't. We may get 60, 70% close, but we won't ever tap into the fullness of, think about, my friends, think about the things that you see around you. Think about the stories, the books, the music, the songs. Think about these casinos that are built by men and women. extravagant casinos. You go to Las Vegas, somebody said they're from Las Vegas. I mean, money, but people, the thoughts of these individuals, they put it on paper, and then they built a blueprint. So you can do the same thing for your life, right? We got to have a blueprint for life. We got to have a step-by-step program that you create on paper. Gonna hit the road, John. Thank you, John. Astronaut John, I appreciate you being on the program. Looking forward to the first pilot of Ireland, the first astronaut of Ireland, John Gerard Colleen. Awesome to know you, brother. Think about the casino environment. That also will make you sick. We talked about that. Yep. That's true. Guys, I really appreciate all of you that have been on this episode with me. Once again, you've helped me to grow. Once again, you've helped me to break through. Once again, I've done something that scared me. Like Eleanor Roosevelt says, do something every day that scares you. If you want to be your best, if you want to become better, if you want to be more wise, if you want to encourage confidence in your life, do something. Do a little bit more. Then add to it. The book, the Little Red Book, is on Amazon. My friends, I'm encouraging you guys, donate. I could use your donations. What else? Thank you for your comments. Subscribe to soldiersofselfmastery.com. Get your checklist, your confidence builder, free when you subscribe to soldiersofselfmastery.com. You get a little checklist. Use these tools. Take advantage of them. I'm no better. I'm just like you guys in the trenches every day. The only difference between me and some of you is that I work. I swim in it. I just continue doing these things because I want to leave a legacy. I want to be my very best. I want to be an example. And I want to prove it to myself that I have what it takes. I'm very grateful to the Lord above. I'm thankful to Him above. By the way, I'm getting back into my workouts, which is cool. I love it. Drinking healthy water helps the brain, helps your body, it helps your cells. I promote healthy water. If you're interested in drinking the best water that you can put into your body, email me and I'll share with you the product that I take, that I give to my mother, I give to my sister, and I share with others. The healthiest water that you will drink is water that's infused with all the minerals that your body needs. Energy, and it has to be alkaline because you want your body alkaline. You don't want your body acidic. Acidic is not good. And it also affects your brain if your body's acidic. So I promote healthy water. I promote a healthy mindset, healthy speech, writing, videos, and what else? I'm going to get going here. Remember to make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day, my friends, in spite of and because of. Peace through strength. I'm going to see you at the top, my friend, on the inside, at the top on my very next episode. Friday coming up, my friends. Invite a friend. Be there, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I want to thank all of you guys for being with me, my friends. Thumbs up to all of you guys. Peace. Peace. German. Oh, we had another person that came in from Uruguay. Herman Perez. Thank you for being with us. We're coming to the close of this episode. Herman, I would encourage you to watch this video. Take some notes. I believe it will inspire you to think for yourself and to dig deep down inside yourself and bring out the very best of you, my friend. You all have the ability to do that. You all have a gift. All of you guys. So, no excuses, man. No excuses. Peace, my friends. Peace. Next episode, Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right here.